everyone in this movie needs to be locked up. First being the kid that drew this colorful cat with its neck snapped. Why is it looking in the air backwards, bro? See, already we acting up. The second and third people are Speed Racer's parents. I used to watch this cartoon growing up, and I don't remember much, but why am I just now finding out?
Speed Racer, slow down!
These motherfuckers really named this boy Speed Racer. Like that's his real still government official name, yo. I thought that was like a stage name or nickname or something. What kind of advanced child cruelty is this? Imagine your parents naming you Sewer Mechanic and sealing your fate forever. Wouldn't be so cool then, would it? Speed's brother Rex might need the firing squad, not gonna lie. This dumbbell brain thug has his little bro either fully steering or steering with him, going well over 200 miles per hour on a curly fry spaghetti shaped winding track with no guardrails at least 30 feet in the air, dog. What the hell are you thinking? And that's not enough for him. Rex starts talking about the car legit being alive, like Vietnam vets talk about the trees being alive in Hanoi.
This ain't no dead piece of metal. The car's a living, breathing thing, and she's alive.
And then he tells Speed to close his eyes while the car is still rocketing down this accursed track. Do any of you understand that if either of them sneezes, they're done? Just before this scene, it shows Speed when he's a bit older, getting ready to race, looking at a picture of Rex, meaning he is dead, and I am glad. Upgrade that firing squad's weapons to hammers and bowling balls. He had to go sooner, right after the car stopped is good. It then transitions into Speed racing in the present. Speed is clapping ass down the track, and I guess that car talk from his brother paid off because Speed is treating his vehicle like a skateboard and dreidel spinning that joint around on a whim like Magneto is controlling it. The race keeps switching between Rex's race and Speed's because Speed is aiming to break his brother's record. You better pray to God that monkey's not in a face-ripping mood the next time you yank something from him, kid. Totally unnecessary spin. This is like in racing games when you're playing the high score mode and you're trying to keep the combo chain going, so you do some random bullshit so you don't lose the streak.
My daddy told me that it was a completely crazy thing to do. He says the whole family is crazy.
Yes, he is correct.
Hey, Pops, the guy told me to give this to you. Says he was a big fan. Weird.
Let me see that.
You so willing to win a race that you send your racing rival a bomb, knowing at least one kid is always around him.
Cool beans.
Nobody here has the appropriate reaction to a bomb nearly turning all of them into powder.
Cool beans.
Yeah, I bet, dummy.
Listen, just stop it right now!
I just told him the truth. His compound brother doesn't belong on a racetrack. He belongs in jail.
Yes, he is correct.
There's still no sign of driver Rex Racer.
Good. Speed wins the race, but falls just short of Rex's time on purpose to keep his brother's name alive, which is cool. Skipping ahead a bit, Royalton comes to Speed's house to glaze and bounce on it and recruit Speed to his team.
These are bluebells from Eden Ink. Mr. Racer, these are for you. Straight from the Isle of Camot, hand-rolled, premium blend. And it is my honor to meet you, gorgeous Mrs. Racer. Absolutely gorgeous. Young man, you gave me goosebumps.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And I just want to point out, he immediately knows something's off about this family because twice he pauses to glance at the monkey that he knows shouldn't be there, that is just chilling at the table with everyone else.
Excellent. The wonderful opportunity to meet your family.
As if that monkey couldn't punish everyone in that house if he's even slightly unsatisfied. Royalton then gives the family a tour of Royalton Industries And the only thing I want to point out for this scene is this guy. This dude is holding his entire body up with one hand while T-posing. There is not a single activity on Earth that warrants this type of Dracula training regimen. How are they ignoring his ability to even do this? Skipping ahead a bit more, after Speed declines the offer from Royalton, it transitions into another race. In a previous race, cars were exploding, but the driver got ejected and encased in a bunch of bubbles. Sometimes in this race, I don't see no bubbles, so I guess they're just straight up getting atomized in this race. I love how lax everyone is about it too.
The harbinger of boom once again leaves his mark. A trail of carnage and chaos cartwheeling behind him. Oh, but the fans love it, don't they? They do, God help them.
Like, you know what? Yeah, man. I guess loss of life is pretty cool. First thing I want to point out is this dude. The racers are going up a psycho loop, and this hooligan purposely cyclones his vehicle and ends up dying for it. There was no scenario where he was coming out of that alive. He got 2 more people killed, so I guess the shenanigan man got what he wanted? Dumbass. I do not care about these bubbles. They could have been late to deploy and the drivers could be mush in there, or the bubble could have captured a steering wheel or something. You don't know. I don't know either, but whatever. Some dude in the race latches on the Speed's car to destroy it and make him lose the race. Hey, at least you didn't die like those other guys.
Speed?
What's the point of knocking if you're gonna open the door anyway? Moving ahead, Speed joins a secret race full of criminals that were paid to take Speed out. This guy is the first to try and gets bubbled immediately. Trying this in a room full of pillars, you just deserve to lose at that point. I just want to reiterate, this movie is incredible to look at times. This style is beautiful. 2 of the racers start sandwiching Speed and he gets his tires blown out and he hits a swift gadget combo, leaping in the air so he could reinflate his tires. He meets up with them again, the 2 racers try to smash him again, and then he hits the nastiest backflip I ever seen a car hit. Speed Racer is that dude for real. Speed catches back up to the women and hits a jump with them and knocks both of them out in mid-air. Speed's car straight up looked like it was kung fu fighting in the air. Mach 5 is literally combo kicking the car on the right like a ninja turtle. Never seen something like that before. Speed catches up with the other racers and almost gets decapitated by one of the Viking dudes. Them bubbles didn't give a fuck that time. Speed and Racer X are dodging the other cars' attempts to murder them, and then this menace pulls out a beehive as a weapon. You gotta be demented to come up with something like that. You aim a beehive at me and I'm pulling out a pistol and shooting you with zero hesitation. I also like that the bees are somehow keeping up with the speeds of the vehicle. Like whatever. One of the Vikings tries to double flail mace Racer X, and this dude just jumps the car in the air and counters a high speed 2,000 pound minimum flipping car with weapons on it by Super Mario punching him in the noggin. And it worked. I don't even know what to say at this point. They end up losing the race and this nigga looks fucking stupid, by the way. Everyone is sleeping when ninjas show up to try to take Racer X, Tejo, and Speed out of the next race. Tejo is ass, so he gets debilitated. The new team is Trixie, X, and Speed. On to the next race. I love this movie, man. This time, it's a decapitation cliff dive double feature. Speed saw that and immediately tried to spin him into the tire like a fruit roll-up. Look at his face. Got him begging for his life. Later on, the team stops to swap Trixie out and they get ambushed. A fight breaks out. Only thing I want to point out here is Racer X jumps in the air and hits the Sherlock Holmes discombobulate on this guy with his feet. You will never see another soul do this for as long as you live, I can promise you. He also casually launches a fully grown man an unknown amount of feet in the air like the nigga was merely a croissant or a bag of butter sticks, and at this point, I have to accept that Racer X is detached from this fabric of reality and its rules. Back to the race. Snake Man hits the oil slick and knocks Speed off the cliff. This is more proof people were actually dying in this movie. What reason he got to be this scared for Speed if the bubbles were working as intended? But it's fine anyway, cause Speed reminds everyone he is a combo master, so he hits the spike treads into a jump to drive back up the side of the mountain. This is the greatest racer of all time. Little bit more into the race, Snake Man gets mad and pulls out an actual military issue pistol and starts trying to kill Speed. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I was actually joking when I said I'd pull out a pistol for the Beehive. I did not expect a gun to be used mid-race. Not saying that wouldn't have still probably got Speed killed, but this was straight headshots. Speed manages to knock him out of the race. The team wins and okay, buddy. Skipping to the final race. There's now $1 million price on Speed's head, but none of that matters because Speed starts multi-ass clapping racers left and right. Unnecessary 720 flat spin into a straight murder attempt. One of the drivers wrecks, and the level of skill Speed had to have to dodge every time it hit the track on top of paying attention to the road is incredible. Alright, this dude is just straight up manually spinning around in this transition. Speed and Cannonball Taylor match up and start battling like Beyblades. This movie is amazing. Cannonball is ass, so he decides to cheat. Uses a spear hook to lock them together. Speed is a genius, so he jumps in the air to let the camera see that Cannonball and Royalton are cheating. Cannonball loses his vehicle. Back in the race after a stall, Speed does whatever this thing is, man. Yeah, this is just a Magneto origin story, dog. That is just impossible. Like, is there a giant frog under this vehicle or something, bro? If I'm a driver and I see Speed pogo sticking around the map like that, I am pulling to the side with my warning lights on, putting the car in park, folding my hands, and waiting for Speed to win. Enough now. This moon shoes having ass Minecraft creative mode ass car, bro. Now we're at the end of the race. Speed's killer instinct reactivates and this golf ball headed bitch unnecessarily hooks his car onto both of the cars in front of him just to send them barreling down the wall at opposite sides so they can collide. Straight demonic behavior. Collided so violently they turned into car-sized flashbangs. They died. And for this one especially, there is no debate and I'm going to tell you why. Look at when the bubbles appear. Right before the cars collide, right? Now look at what the cars are doing before the collision. Violently crushing and grinding against the wall that most definitely had shards of it flying into those drivers' face and body. And the final piece? These niggas are driving open cockpit. There is no roof. Stop talking to me about these bubbles, bro. It is over. Those drivers are obliterated. Anyway, Speed doesn't care because of course he doesn't, so instead he chooses to stunt so hard, he warps reality into a Chinese finger trap just so he could barrel roll through it to show the universe that no trap can hold him. Speed, of course, wins the race. Racer X is revealed to be Speed's brother Rex, who got plastic surgery to avoid the firing squad for endangering his little bro. Everything works out. Yeah, so I still think everyone should be arrested. That's all I got. Leave a like, comment down below what you think of the movie, and subscribe if you like the content. And thanks for watching.